Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome to Alexandria, Virginia. A very short Uber ride, maybe 10 minutes from Union Station, Washington, D.C. A very cool location. Old Alexandria, restaurants, parks right along the Potomac River right here. And it is 53 degrees. Chilly, and the rain has started to fall. We're expecting some rain. I'm prepared. I have an umbrella, and I intend to use it. I purchased this umbrella in well, there I am. I've got to watch. I've got to watch what lens I'm on. I've got to watch. I purchased this umbrella in Austin, Texas, and I may need to utilize it any second. I just wanted to, this is going to be a walk and talk. I've got the vehicle at the mobile station that does maintenance, and I'm going to have the vehicle's oil changed, filter and fluid check. After driving 2,750 miles was the total on the odometer. And this is the beautiful Potomac River. This is on the flight path of Ronald Reagan National Airport. Ronald Reagan National Airport is the airport that is closest to Washington, D.C. And if you're not flying into there, sometimes to fly into there you have to make a connection in another part of the country. If you want a non-stop to Washington, D.C., I think sometimes you have to go to Dulles, which is a little bit outside of Washington, D.C. If you can look closer, that is the Capitol building. So you kind of get an idea of where you are. So today I wanted to just do a walk and talk. I also wanted to go over the trip, the road trip. One of the many bridges that cross the Potomac. Quite a large river, and it's very long. If you can Google the Potomac River and see just how long it is. And there's also a Class 5 rapids on this river upstream. It's very popular, and the architecture is like back in Washington's days. Sort of like three-story, thin brownstone type architecture. It's very reminiscent of the days of the early colonies and whatnot. I'm sorry. There I go. I'm on the wrong thing again. Unbelievable. So I'm in the park, and I'm just going to walk and I guess talk. So the trip was wonderful. We didn't have, we're expecting rain and some storm activity here in the East Coast. Like I said, it's 53 degrees, and it's, what time is it? It's just 12 noon. They'll call me when the vehicle has been serviced, and I was very impressed. I called my maintenance representative in Los Angeles to thank him for all his good work and to tell him that the vehicle made it. Now this is something over here. This is some kind of lock of some type. Maybe some of your viewers will know what this is. The cherry blossoms are out, and hopefully maybe we'll see some of those on our walk and talk today. Again, the wind might cause audio problems, and of course the planes. Oh, here it is. It is a lock. Let's see what this is. Tide lock of the Alexandria Canal. This tide lock of the Alexandria Canal was one of 4 locks that together lowered boats about 38 feet to the Potomac River and raised them for their return trip. The remains of the outer locks are now buried under modern construction, of course. This 7-mile canal was in operation from 1843 to 1886 between Alexandria and Georgetown in the District of Columbia, or D.C. The canal ran on level ground from Alexandria to Roslyn, where it crossed the Potomac River, to Georgetown by means of aqueduct. Here the canal connected with the Chesapeake Bay, or Chesapeake and Ohio C&O Canal. That Chesapeake Bay is, I thought Tampa Bay was huge. That Chesapeake Bay, if you look on the map, it's just huge. Just huge. Chesapeake Bay. Coal from Western Maryland, and became the most important commodity to be shipped via the canals to the wharfs in Alexandria. Hence, the Alexandria Canal played a short but vital role in Alexandria's commercial history. So there you go. And there's the picture. I love it when they put this kind of stuff up so you can see exactly what you're looking at. And here you can see chart the head of navigation of the Potomac River, showing the route of the Alexandria Canal in 1838. Wow. Not sure I understand that map. See some modern construction along the river. And as we walk, I guess we're walking north. I'll ask somebody what direction we're walking. And we'll come up to my sister Mary Ann's residence. It won't be far. It's probably less than 2 miles. They'll call me when the truck yeah, there's just some items of interest here. I think you can freeze your computer and read this. You can read it. I don't want to take too much time. She's got this thing. Are we headed north? Are we headed north?
Yeah, this is north.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Just keep following the
And I can take this all the way up
to Arlington, really. Yeah.
Great, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay.
All the way up to Arlington. Way to go. Now look at this. This is a kind of a replica of the Washington Monument. Nice. If you Google Washington Monument, it's very interesting when it was constructed, how it was constructed, how long it took them to construct, and it's modeled after the old Egyptian architecture. I think they call it a obelisk or something like that. Here's a nice tree. The leaves, the trees haven't, the buds haven't opened up on a lot of these trees, but they're starting. So here we are on a very kind of, not a great day, but it's a good day because you don't get this kind of day in Los Angeles. I haven't used this umbrella in Los Angeles to test my umbrella to make sure it's serviceable. I actually have to take it into the shower and simulate rain. There's the Washington Monument. I'll get a closer look as we get closer. So this is where it all happens, Washington, D.C. And here's some cherry blossoms. So these are the cherry blossoms. I don't think I'm going to get to the tide pool where they are. What this cherry blossoms thing is the Japanese after World War II, I could be wrong, of course, so you have to check this information yourself, but I know for sure the Japanese gave Washington as a gift of friendship after World War II. These are the cherry blossoms. Now they're going to start snowing, and the rain and the wind will determine how long they're actually have the best viewing opportunity. But there they are, and they're famous trees in Kyoto, Japan, and here in Washington, D.C. And the Japanese gifted the United States 3,000 cherry trees. 3,000. And this is the time. They're blooming kind of early because they had some pretty spring-like temperatures. And that see, there's the flight from Reagan. What is that? Looks like American, something, very American commuter. There's a helicopter. And you could probably see some rain on the lens, maybe. I am. And let me get it closer to that. Using my fingers now. There's the Washington Monument and the Capitol building. I don't know how well you can see this. And I'll come back out to a regular lens. So I've been here once before to visit my sister Marianne. Marianne is the firstborn sibling of my parents, Barbara and Joe. I was going to say she's the oldest, but I'm going to try to get away from that terminology, old, because it just denotes negativity, in my opinion. As you know, in America, they're only interested in the 18 to 34-year-old demographic, so they can sell all their garbage to everybody. And after that, they could care less about anybody. So I'm going to try to get away from that terminology, old. I just don't like it. There's another American Airlines. That looks like an Airbus 320. Again, I could be incorrect because just remember what channel you're watching. A lot of times you watch channels and they say something wrong and they don't remember, they'll just write it in the nomenclature. It comes right up on the screen. It's just amazing. They should go get a job at ABC. So the trip was wonderful. I tell you, a lot of people in America, I think they take this country for granted in so many ways. You can go on a beautiful bed of concrete in beautiful condition from one end of the country all the way to the other end of the country. All the signs are standardized green signs with white lettering for directions, clearly marked. I mean, the historic sites and places of interest, national parks, state parks, museums, cultural famous places, historical, are all with the brown signage with the white lettering. It's really amazing. You know, when I was driving, you get to think a lot about when you're driving on these long trips. And, you know, just look at the freeway system or any roadway in your hometown. And at the length that they go to protect lives, between guardrails, signage, slippery roads, here comes another jet. And, you know, holy cow. What is this? This is Frontier with the little animals on the back. This one looks like a bobcat. If you ever see a bobcat, you're pretty lucky. Those damn things don't want to be looked at. They're like that. They're like the people at Lowe's. They don't want to be filmed. Somebody said a funny thing. They said, you know, they didn't want me filming in Love's, not Lowe's. God, did I said Lowe's about 40 times after I said I'm not going to say. Anyway, at Love's, as soon as you walk in the door, you're getting videotaped. But you go around and videotape. The reason I got a little upset with that is because I wanted you to see what's in Love's. I wasn't upset because they threw me out. I'm used to getting thrown out and sent home, taken out of service. That doesn't faze me one bit. But these people who don't want to be filmed, I don't get it. I mean, you're only here for a short time, so what? Somebody took your image. What are you crazy? Unless you're just if you're a guy who's running away from alimony or something, or maybe a criminal on the run. But if you're just a normal person and you don't want to be filmed, that denotes something. That's like, it's like, what is your problem? What you're not comfortable in your own life? Anyway, so what was I saying? So yeah, these highways, at the length that the people or the government and all these states, they receive government funding a portion of their, from the federal government gives them highway funds, and they use them. I hope it's that they use them as they choose. That's where I got my umbrella, Salvation Army.
Oh.
Can I get that? Salvation Army umbrella. Look at that. How a coincidence. I love that.
I work with them.
Really?
I work around the corner.
I got this in Austin, Texas.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm a
you're
big
giving them out?
No, I had to buy it.
Oh, you bought it.
It cost me $2. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is a charity.
That's a big umbrella. Where did you get that one?
Well, this is, they got this for,
That's a bigger umbrella than this one.
no, this one is for when they meet at the hill.
Oh, when the politicians?
When they go and meet there, yeah, they use these.
Wow. How do you know that?
I work there.
And they use these are the umbrellas from the Salvation Armies that they use?
This is
The
no,
ti-
this is only when they go out and it's raining.
Yes, I realize that, yeah.
They use it for meetings.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where you from? That's a great accent.
Oh, I grew up in London.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Long Island originally.
Oh, you working here?
I lived in Austin for 7 months.
Oh, my son lives there.
And now I live in Los Angeles, and I'm visiting my sister Marianne. She lives up on Slater Lane.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to Los Angeles next month, and I'm staying at the Trinea Hotel. And
Oh, that's on the water.
Yeah, I was wondering how long does it take to get to the airport? Because my flight, I finish at 10:30, and I have to get a flight at 1 o'clock. Is that enough time?
10:30?
Yeah.
No, you want to get to the airport at least 2 hours before your flight leaves. At least 2 hours. 10:30, 10:30, 11:30, that's 2.5 hours. That's cutting it close.
You need about 3 hours, 3.5.
I would leave at 9 a.m. And then 9,
Uh-huh.
10, so you can relax and take your time.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about rushing.
Oh, we have a meeting, so it finishes at 10:30. So I think I'll take the later trip, 5 o'clock.
And that'll give you more time. That's a beautiful property.
Thank you so much.
That's a beautiful property.
Yeah.
That's near the Trump golf course too.
Is it? Oh, okay, okay.
Beautiful.
I can say hi to him.
If he's there.
Yeah. I don't really want to, but yeah, if he's there.
The food is great. Yeah. Thank you. I'll see you. Have a good trip. So at the lengths that they go to protect lives on the freeways, they put those plastic yellow big round tubs full of sand so they don't hit, so you don't kill yourself when you hit the concrete embankments. I mean, they're protecting lives. And on the other hand, you got these opioid manufacturers and these pharmaceuticals pushing opiates that are killing people, dropping them like flies. It's just a complete contradiction. You know, they don't want anybody dying on the freeways, and they spend billions and billions of dollars to protect people as they motor around the highways and byways. And then you got opiates giving out these addictive drugs, just killing people. You know, so it's just like, these are just some of the things that I was thinking about when I'm driving across the country. You got to think about something. You fall asleep, you'll be dead. Now this is a power plant that's right in front or next to Marianne's residence. That is been decommissioned and will be removed for new development. So we're coming up on Marianne's residence. So I think people take for granted that you can get in a vehicle and seamlessly drive from one end of the country to the other on modern paved roads. It sounds like, wow, big deal. It's a road. But not a lot of countries in the world have that benefit. Now, I found that the worst roads were in New Mexico. The Interstate 40 in New Mexico heading east was, I thought I was in a bumper car. I was waiting for the wheels to fall off. So I don't know what New Mexico is doing with the money they're getting from the federal government. And then as soon as we passed into Texas, it was like a whole different, the road was beautiful, smooth, looked like it was brand new. And this was the case in most of the interstate that we traveled on. Here comes another jet. And now it's starting to come down pretty good. I may have to open up this damn umbrella. So the trip was wonderful. Like I said, I traveled 2,750 miles. I have some I have some things written down on a piece of paper. I could go through that, but it's unlikely I'm going to be able to take that out now. Maybe we'll get to the residence. I was given the key, the FEEB card, or whatever they call it. It's this modern thing. And you press it against something and it opens doors and starts cars. And fob. Now it's coming down. I better open up this umbrella. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to hold the umbrella and hold the stick that I'm holding. So Salvation Army, what a coincidence, huh? I've got an umbrella from Salvation Army I purchased in Austin, in the Oak Hill, Austin, Texas. I'm walking past a woman who works at a Salvation Army with an umbrella that says Salvation Army. I don't know about you, but I'm flawed, you know. Here's the power plant. They're gonna take that down. This land is too powerful, not powerful, too valuable to let this monstrosity stand here. So they're gonna get rid of that. So this is the famous Potomac that George Washington crossed in the boat. I've read some biographies, but I've never read a biography of that character. I bet he had quite a life. Ben Franklin was unbelievable. If you know anything about Ben Franklin, he could go all in. He was such a diplomat and a respected individual worldwide. Even during the American Revolution, he could travel to England and talk to these people. In France, he was a big wig in France and England, and he could go back and forth on the ship. He was an inventor. He invented the post office. He was just a statesman. Just Ben Franklin was unbelievable. Kind of guy that just had all his tools in the shadow. You know, you see guys with tools in the garage. They got them all hanging in perfect spots. Oh, here's a mirror. Let's see if we can crack a mirror. There it is. Crack a mirror. You can't film in here. This is private. Hey, lady, take it down. I wish I had shown her her image. I just had a body shot of her. So here's some old technology here. Look at that. That pipe over there goes to the left. That feeds the burner, which ignites the coal that heats the turbine that lets you turn on the light. Oh, I see. I see how that works. Yeah. So, yeah, it was just amazing the lengths that people go, or the government goes to protect people as they motor throughout the country. And you just think, billions. They really want to protect lives. I mean, they go, the guardrails are designed to break away and absorb the shock of an incoming vehicle. I mean, they repair it when they have to. And some states maybe get a larger portion of federal assistance in other states, but I tell you, Texas is, I keep bragging about Texas. I'm just impressed as heck with Texas. You know, nobody's too thrilled with their politics, but just you have to put the politics aside, and the people and everything is huge in Texas, and it's just a crazy, wonderful place. So we got back to Johan's house with the dogs at about 5:30 a.m. I drove in the nighttime. Here's a little nice area. Here's another shot of the power plant. And hey, sir. And this building coming up on the left is where my sister Marianne lives. She purchased a condominium, I guess that's what it is, inside here. And she was renting and decided to purchase. So she used to live on Long Island, and she likes it a lot here. And she's close to her daughter, the baby doctor, Kathy. Happy birthday, Kathy. You're gonna have a birthday on the 6th The 7th. No, it's not. Or maybe the 8th. It's coming up. So let me get under a tree. See if I can't take this notes out. This is going to be a long video. I'll just tell you right now. There's another jet blue. Well, maybe I'll wait till I get into the lobby and then I can give you some particulars since it's raining anyway. See, look at this. See the way everybody's protected? They're telling cyclists that caution, slick conditions, and I guess people who are walking too. Caution, slick conditions on a bike path. Now, what country are you going to have that? That people are so conscientious about safety and keeping people safe that they're going to put a sign like that. You're just not going to see that in most of the world. You're not going to see that. You're just not going to see it. And I think a lot of Americans, you know, they belly aching about a lot of things that are going on that they're not happy with. But you have to look at the totality of the whole situation. Now, I think I can go through here, but that's the front. I don't want the front. So this is the building. Very neat. They have a gym, they have a sauna, which I'm going to try to get into. They've got a weight room, an exercise room. They have a little store at the bottom, like a little 7-Eleven that's open till I think 8 p.m. And now it's starting to come down, so it's just as well we're on site now. I told them to change the oil and the filter and check the fluids. I was impressed with that. They're running that vehicle from, I think, 13 hours straight. The last night we didn't want to get another hotel room. So we drove from about 4 p.m., 5 p.m. in Tennessee, all the way to Virginia, nonstop. Got there at 5:30 in the morning. You do the math. I was just waiting for that engine just to blow up, I tell you. And then Scott Bixler, my friend, was too funny. My front hood, Hi. Do you know if there's an entrance to get to this building over here?
To this building, I think that's the only gate.
Only gate.
Okay,
so. Thank you. Hi, sweetie.
I think so. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's the only gate.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the building. Yeah, it's starting to come down here. She says that's the only gate. Well, I'm not going to take a chance and walk down there and have to walk back. There's another plane. Who's that? That looks like Continental. Which is not Continental, which is United now. What am I talking about? I have my sister lives here. She gave me the key.
I have a key, yeah.
Oh, you live here?
I'm dog walking.
Oh, really? Wow. In California, they walk like 20 dogs at the same time.
No, we do like one, maybe two at a time. That's about it. Yeah.
Where do you live?
Huh?
Where do you live?
Out in Annandale with my daughter.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm Brian Holtzman. Nice to meet you.
And I came to help her out.
Oh, wonderful.
I come from Indiana, stay with her for like 6-7 weeks till she has the baby and all that.
Great. Yeah, my sister lives here. She likes it.
Yeah.
It's a nice location, huh?
Yeah, my daughter moved from Alexandria. They live in Annandale now, which I kind of like that too.
Where is Annandale located?
15 minutes away. I'm not sure which area, which way, but it's close.
What do they call the thing that lets you in? A fee fob or something?
Oh yeah, fob.
Fob,
This
yeah.
has the key.
Great.
I have a few places where you have to use the fob to get into the gate.
Yeah, she gave me keys, so
Yeah.
that would be great. Wow. So how long are you gonna stay?
I'll put you here twice till the middle of May.
Wow.
I came out with our first grandson, and now she's pregnant with her granddaughter, and she's doing it about 3 weeks.
That's quite an accident you have, huh?
Oh, is it?
I know. When I
I guess in Indiana, I never thought about an accident.
right. So this will take us. We can go through here too, can't we?
I don't know. I always go because she lives up this way. So I go
Yeah, I'll go through the lobby.
Yeah,
because it's a beautiful lobby.
Yes, it is.
I can come out through the back area. So this is the front of the building. And some cherry trees. Good. We don't have to go down and see them. They're right here. Well, thank you for your hospitality. Oh, I just got a low battery message. Okay, thank you. So I may have to cut this off when this thing drops. Here's some cherry trees there. Nice. Now, Marianne's unit is on the 7th floor. And there it is right there. Let me speed it in. It's the one with the stained glass hanging. See the stained glass hanging? That's Marianne's right there. Okay, 7th floor. Nice shot of the cherry trees. I'm gonna go inside because this is rain. And we'll come right in here. Isn't this a nice area? Look at the nice garden they got out here. That's very nice. Am I on the wide lens? Yeah. Nice, huh? Not bad. Just bring money. It's called Marina Towers. So she has a pretty good view of the Potomac. She was renting on the other side, which had a full view. But she'll have a better view, even more, when they take down that monstrosity next door. So let's go in. Let's look at this beautiful lobby. If you close your eyes and open them up, you could be in Miami right now. Look at this. You could be in Miami right now. It's a beautiful lobby. Hello, how are you? You want to say hello? And your name again? Your first name? I don't want to say it wrong. What's your name again?
Saint.
I'm going to say it wrong.
Saint, right.
Minanza? Please.
Maza.
Maza was great. She let me register my vehicle without Marianne being here, and she was just a doll. Thank you for your hospitality, hon. And so this is the lobby. And I'll come back in and finish this up. Can you get out here? This is, oh, you have to press the button. Okay. And this is, so this is pretty cool, huh? There's the pool. Right on the Potomac. Nice, huh? And it's a dog-friendly building. It's also for children. Children can live here with their parents. And it's not a 55 and older community. So there are mixed families with different age groups and such. And so let's go in and I'll go over. There's another plane. That's Southwest. I think I'm going to use the key fob now. This is what I was talking about. You can start automobiles with this too. Okay. Key fob. So I'm going to sit down and go over. If anybody's interested. If you're not interested in the road trip, this would be a good time to get out. Let me see if I can't put this. this over here. Yeah, I guess that's okay. So just a little bit about the mileage. I started off in Redondo Beach, California with 160,291 miles. And I made it here to Virginia, drop off the canines, and it gave me a total of 163,041 miles. The total price of the gas that we consumed was $376.25. We had 10 stops for gas. We didn't wait till the gas went all the way down to zero, or empty. You know, it didn't have to be empty for us to refuel. It's best not to worry about running out of gas that way. The first stop was in Ehrenberg, Arizona. We put $47.80. The second stop was in Payson, Arizona. $43.05 at 3:45 a.m. on the 19th. Going through Arizona, there's a road called 87. 87, and it meanders through the desert. It was just beautiful. It was too bad it was dark. The fourth stop was in Santa Rosa, New Mexico. $25 worth of fuel there at 4:45 p.m. New Mexico time on the 19th. The fifth stop was in McLean, Texas. $37.50 at the fill up there at 9 a.m. I think this is the day that we stayed at the Motel 6. This is the next morning, 3/20/22. The number 6 stop was Seminole, Oklahoma, 3150. That was at 1:55 p.m. Oklahoma time. The 7th stop was in Atkins, Arkansas. That's right, there's a real place called Arkansas. Bill Clinton was there. And it's kind of funny, his presidential library is, it has a Hooters right inside. It was kind of unique. We put $34 in there, 7:35 p.m. The 8th stop was in Stanton, Tennessee. Stanton, Tennessee. Now I think, no, that's not where I had a problem with gloves. Stanton, Tennessee, $37.40 at 12:28 p.m. The 9th stop was in Baxter, Tennessee. That's where I got molested at the Loves by a very militant employee. Maybe she or he, I'm not quite sure, woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or was maybe she's in training for another position. $43. That was at 5:15 p.m. Baxter, Tennessee, and I drove from Baxter, Tennessee, all the way to Newbridge, Virginia. So you can do the math much quicker and easier and efficiently than I can do on this presentation. So you can figure it out. I drove at 5:15 p.m. on the 21st of March, Baxter, Tennessee, all the way to Woodbridge, Virginia. And I arrived in Woodbridge on, I guess, the 22nd, because I got the last fuel stop, number 10 is $40, and that was in Marion, Virginia. It passed a big prison, a big prison. I have to Google that and find out what was story on that. And the reason I bring that up is at night, prisons are really lit up for obvious reasons. And I could see that from the interstate. And that was in Marion, Virginia. And that was at 11:30 p.m. And that was the 21st. And I arrived here in Virginia to drop off the canines on the 22nd. So I drove from 5:15 p.m. on the 21st all the way to Woodbridge, Virginia. And I arrived in Woodbridge, Virginia at around 5:30 a.m. I don't know if time differences have anything to do with that, but that is 10 fuel stops. We left, I started, and the reason I started on the 18th, I started when I leave my residence in Redondo Beach. Jesse said he started by doing the clock. You know, a full 24-hour would be one day, but I'm not gonna split hairs. I'm gonna start day one when I leave my residence. So that's some particulars about the road trip. The car was unbelievable, the vehicle. I was very impressed with the vehicle because it was running literally non-stop that last day from Tennessee. I mean, Stanton, Tennessee. I mean, from Baxter, Tennessee, all the way to Virginia. So I hope you find that interesting. I encourage anybody to get in a car. You can even pick a car that you feel more comfortable in, or you don't have to worry about the maintenance. But we passed cars that were broken down that were much newer than my vehicle. So, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen with any vehicle. Look at all the vehicles people buy that are brand new and they get recalled for maintenance issues or safety issues. So this is a proven vehicle, and hopefully it'll get me back to California. I want to see Mount Rushmore. I have some friends I want to visit in Bozeman, Montana, and a friend from Seattle, another friend from Oregon, 2 friends from Oregon. I'm thinking about wanting to do the Blue Ridge Parkway. Google Blue Ridge Parkway. It's one of the most beautiful scenic roads in the country, the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's about 400 miles or so, and it runs through the Appalachian Mountains, through the Smoky Mountains National Park, and I hear it is beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this little walk and talk, the presentation. My sister Mary Ann's residence, the Potomac River, and I hope I didn't talk your ear off. So have a great day. Stay dry wherever you are. And that concludes the road trip series of presentations. Anything going forward will just be items of interest, things that I come across in my travels. I'm going to be headed to Long Island at the end of the week. And we'll see how it goes. So enjoy, and drive safely. And don't film in loves. Don't film in loves, whatever you do. Don't film in loves.